So let's just jump right in here. So this is the Dragon's Inn or whatever, and you can select what player you want to go as. You can have a multitude of characters. This is my fighter, Trist. My friend also made a little elf named Errol, and you can go ahead and create a new type of character. These are what you can choose from. You can be a fighter, a sorceress, wizard, dwarf, elf, or an Amazon. So let's just back out here. Also, as you can see, the 2-player press, 3-player, whatever, you can co-op online and off. But for now, we're just going to go with the fighter, and you can also choose allies that are computer animated, and basically, they're handled by AI that you find in the world. So we'll get into that when we actually see it. But I'm going to turn this off for the purpose of this gameplay, just because I don't want things to get too chaotic. I will put one person on the team. Let's see, someone... Yeah, let's just go with Jane, sure, the Amazon, which super sexy and very demeaning to women, but hey, she's also having a huge axe, so that's something I should say. So you can have as many as 30 stored up, and again, I'll get into that. So I'll put her on there. I made my party, and let's leave the tavern. Also, it's weird that Tinkerbell is like sleeping in a cup and also drunk. I have very mixed feelings about this game sexually. So I'm going to go through everything in the town. You can do a little mini-map here. There is the Canaan Temple, where you can resurrect people and also like pray for benefits like, oh, I want to get more gold this mission or something like that. There's the magic shop. You can buy items, potions, all that kind of stuff. Lucane's Tower, he'll sell you magic rings and other accoutrements. The Adventurers Guild lets you do quests, learn new skills, like you can get a skill where money gives you health back, you can raise your vitality, or you can get like class-specific things like being able to have a super shield for my fighter to protect everybody, stuff like that. There's the castle, serves no purpose besides the story, which I should say the story is very lackadaisical. It's kind of there to push you along for missions, but it's nothing really crazy. It's more like, you know, a very, very standard DM or D&D campaign if you're following by the book. Like, you must go here and slay these skeletons. Oh, there's a betrayal. Oh, and now you're coming into view, and yeah, it's kind of weird. The narrator, as you'll see, he'll be telling us everything that's happening going on. So it has a nice little lens of D&D. I say it's Castle Crashers meets Diablo for the loot and stuff, with a skin of D&D. That's how I would describe this game. Anyway, Stables lets you travel to anywhere you want to go, and the gate will just travel you anywhere in the map randomly. So let's go to the Stables and pay some money. Yes, you gotta pay money in order to not randomize yourself. Also, you can turn off on online stuff for the purpose of this Qwiktro. I'm going to end the online, just because I don't want to log down, because I've had very good connections with people. Also, a lot of the times, it bogs it down sometimes too, and while I'm making this video, I don't want to get to bog down, and I don't want it to be super chaotic. So, let's go to the first level, just so you can understand how this works out. By the way, this is the map. There are 9 stages. Each stage has a alternate version, A and B map. Right now, this is the final layer of the game where you have to collect 9 gems from the B-sides, and then you defeat a dragon and stuff like that. So, Ancient Temple Ruins, this is the first stage that you come into. Load times are really quick, I should say that about this game. And there's not much to it as far as like 2D art goes, that's good. So the narrator will tell you like what's going on. And so yeah, if you watched my Muramasa or my Odin Sphere Qwiktros with my friend Lauren, you would know that this is from Vanillaware. They pretty much stylize themselves basically the same each time. Everything will be a little bit different aesthetically. Like this one is like D&D. Muramasa is obviously Japanese mythology. Odin Sphere is Norse mythology. But you can pretty much tell that it's all the same developer or whatever. So, see this cursor here? This will allow me to make my rogue here, Ranny, do whatever I want. Like, pick up stuff, unlock doors, unlock chests. You can also tap on things like runes to give yourself little boosts and stuff or make things appear. We'll find some and then I'll show you or whatever. The stages are very short. Oh, hold on a second for that thing. So the crosswords are meant with characters, and they'll give you certain things, like a little quest in the whatever. So this is Roland the Barbarian Warrior, and he's super ripped. Also, I should point out that I think this is a reference to like the meme of Trollface. I'm not quite sure. This thing has a lot of references to stuff. Like there's a mouse that's an apprentice of a wizard, or it's a rat, and his name is Ricky, I believe. Ricky, the apprentice mouse, and he's wearing a hat just like Mickey from Fantasia. Yeah, it's full of references or whatever. So you can choose the path. Yes. Choose your bag. I'm very bad at my bags. You can basically have loadouts. I mean, for those familiar with Call of Duty, loadouts, certain situations, I'm not prepared for anything. All in one bag. So let's just do that. Okay, this is the skeleton that I was talking about. So these will be players that you have met in the world or they're computer generated. I'm not quite sure. I think it might be a mixture of the two. But if you pick up the skeletons, you can basically revive them for a certain amount of gold. Or you can just bury them and sometimes you'll get an item. So here's an example of unlocking the door. Here's an example of clicking on stuff and you'll get treasure. Treasure will help with score. Now the score at the end will determine your experience, your gold, along with your treasures that you find here and stuff like that. Oops. Well, this is good. I should say that some treasure chests have traps. So that sucks, but you know, whatever. What can you do? There's no way to prevent it. It'll just happen sometimes. I've talked to a lot of people about this game, and I've had a friend that's played it and never encountered it, and they played about the same amount of hours that I have too. So I guess they're just lucky. Or maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'm not quite sure. By the way, Ranny having a level 38 means absolutely nothing because, I mean, he takes damage if something comes into him. Oh, another thief trying to steal. That'll happen from time to time as well. But yeah, his level is inconsequential. It's stupid, but whatever. He won't help in battle. He'll just stay in the background as you saw him lead toward the left exit over there. So getting back to like the combat, I should say. So you have your set amount of weapons. You have a shield. You can load out your stuff. Like you can have potions in it. You have a select number of slots that you can have, and you can fill it with whatever you want. Like I said, potions. You can have fire rings. The slots also pertain to your armor as well. So it kind of sucks, but you have enough slots to, you know, not overpower yourself. And then you just basically, it's a hack and slash basically. Like square is your moves. You can jump. You can slide. There we go. That's slide. You can dodge. You can have shortcuts. You'd use the D-pad to select items. Like if I want to use a potion, I would just go down on the D-pad. Here's a strong drought, which makes me super strong. I'll use that in a sec. First, let me use the summoning guild thingy. So you'll find runes in the path here, and then you have some runes that you've collected. So I will combine these S, O, and L, and it will create a healing circle. So, you know, stuff like that will appear. That's pretty cool. It is a little tedious to move the analog around. I hear that's a lot easier on like the Vita version because you can kind of tap where you want to go, but it's a very, very minute complaint. I guess the only thing I would have to say is I have 3 complaints with the game. One would be the story, where it's just inconsequential, just very short. It doesn't really matter really much of everything. I mean, the whole aesthetic to the game is pretty cool, but the story is just blasé, I should say. the repetitiveness can get repetitive. I mean, you're going throughout these 9 stages / 18 altogether, and you're just trying to level up, and it's the exact same thing all the time. It's a fun little beat 'em up, but for some people that might be just, again, too repetitive or not enough, And then the other thing I don't quite like about the game is, hold on here, story, repetitiveness, and I can't quite remember. Hold on here, it'll come to me. And maybe that's it. Not enough. It's short, but like I said, like it's Diablo. You can play it over and over again with multiple difficulties, get more loot. I mean, that's the whole crux of the game. You wouldn't want a 50-hour RPG that you have to go through like 5 times. No, you don't want that. Per character, it's all the same. So, I mean, it's not... I mean, unless you really like that character, you can play as everybody, but... I mean, it probably at least throughout the difficulties for all the classes, I'd say this game would probably take about, I don't know, 100 hours or so, something like that. So there's quite a lot of depth here. It's a lot of fun with a party. There's a secret behind this wall, and I cannot remember how to access it. I think I need a bomb in order to blow it up, or something. There we go, boom. So, some places in the game will have secrets. Sometimes they pertain to quests. This was a quest for earlier where you have to check out what's behind the painting. Then you access that chest, and then, yeah, boom. You unlock the quest. Still trying to figure out what I don't like about this game. Science, the repetitiveness, the shortness, or not. I like the I don't know. Whatever. It's a very, very good game. I think you should buy it. People are complaining that it's maybe too cruel to women because of the art style. The Amazon is wearing nothing but like a thong and like a bra. The sorceress has fucking ginormous boobs. There's a lot of other women that are just very sexualized in this game. Some people defend it, that it's, classic art styles. I don't really give a damn. It's fun. If you don't like the art, I guess don't buy it. Or maybe you should just grow a pair and just forget about it. I don't think this game is trying to make a statement that all women should be dressing like this Amazon here and being sluts. Or I don't think that it's saying all men should be super huge beefcakes and whatever. I really don't want to get political on this hosted podcast, on this video, but I will just say, put your differences aside and just buy the goddamn game. It is super awesome. For me to reveal it before the end, as well as before my written review is out, alongside this video, I should say. I think I'm going to give this game a 4 out of 5. It's definitely deserving of that. The best parts of the game are the combat, the leveling up system, just the replayability of everything. The characters are pretty robust. Everyone's fairly different. I mean, they got about the same thing. The bosses, like this harpy here, who also has jugs. Again, it's I don't want to defend it. The bosses are super epic. This is a very mild boss. Again, this is the first boss you encounter. But trust me, they get a lot more explosive. Like there's a giant chimera that you gotta fight 3 times. Every single time you defeat him on one of the levels, his skin will fall off, or his skull will turn into, or his head will turn into like a skull, and his face will melt off, and it's pretty groovy. What else do I like about this game? You can have a blast with your friends. It's very co-op friendly. It's relatively cheap, $50 on the PS3, $40 for the Vita. The art is gorgeous, despite what you may think about the boobs and whatnot. And So this is the score of the adventure that you results in, as well as my score for the game. Again, 4 to 5. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. I guess I should say one more star for that. Boom. You can also get little rewards if you want to continue your adventure, which will warp you to a random dungeon, but we're not going to do that here. We're just going to return to town, and once you do that, you will see another part of the game. Your level up progression. You will see the spoils, and in order to see what each weapon does, you gotta click on it and scan it and appraise it, and then it'll tell you all the stuff. Like, that's damage to humans plus 32%, blah blah blah. You can keep it or sell it. I don't see much of anything that's pretty cool to me. Maybe this belt. That belt's kind of cool. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sell everything else. And yeah, it'll just warp you back to town, and then you'll just start everything all over again. You can re-equip yourself, make sure to repair your equipment. Let's see other tips for the game. No, just have fun. So yeah, buy Dragon's Quest. Dragon's Quest. You should buy Dragon Quest. That's an also awesome JRPG series. But buy Dragon's Crown. Have I been saying Dragon's Quest this entire time? Holy shit, I hope I haven't been. Anyway, buy Dragon's Crown on the Vita or PS3. Check out my reviews and my things and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, watch me be awesome. So stay tuned for more. Bye.
Boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, subscribe, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom.